Hey guys, it's me, Janet Illuminati, here on JK's The Glitch. And like I said, I don't want to sound redundant, but I was supposed to have done live streams and had people come in and talk about these things that are happening. And I decided to do these talks because it's crunch time. Agenda 21 is going to be the subject today on The Glitch. Last time I did a talk, it was about the Georgia Guidestones and proof that someone out there, they remained anonymous, but somebody out there wants to bring the world population down to under 500 million. But when last we did the math, there's at least 7 billion people here, at least 7.5 billion people on the planet, and they want to bring the population down to under 500 million. So that means that 7 billion of us have got to go. You know, it's like they want to just scratch us out, you know, it's like, fuck that, you know, like they're going to fumigate us, you know, and the only way they can do that, you know, is if we allow them. They want to bring the population down. They have already started with this drill called coronavirus on how to train us to stay home and lock us down and wear masks and slather ourselves with sanitizer, etc., etc. You know what I mean? They're training us for what's coming in 2021, which in fact is what Agenda 21 is named after the year 2021. That's in 6 months. And it's crunch time. They're doing it. They're doing it. They're implementing their agenda right now and to get rid of people. So if you doubted truthers before, or people that were telling you, hey, you know, FEMA camp this, and you know they're doing this, they're gonna do that to us, and you laughed at us. I think it's time you shut the hell up with that laughter, because you're stuck in your house, aren't you? You have to wear a mask everywhere you go, right? Some of you lost your jobs because you can't work, because you can't. There's nothing, you know, in the service industry or whatever, the food service industry, all. Things have changed drastically. People losing income. You can't go anywhere. You can't go to the beach, you can't go to the park. They got you doing this, that, stop on a dime, don't go there. So all the time we were telling you that to expect this in the future. It's not a laughing matter anymore. It's happening. It's happening right now. They're implementing their agenda to depopulate. And Agenda 21 is what I want to discuss with you guys today real quick. I don't want to make this long and drawn out. I'm just sweet to the point and let you do your own research. Since you do realize there's something going on. These people that have been trying to tell us the truth, Anonymous has been exposing a lot of this stuff and hacking and showing it to you. It's not a laughing matter anymore. We're not crazy conspiracy theorists anymore. We're telling you about the conspiracy facts. So we're going to drop, you can even look this up on Wikipedia, because that's all I'm, fact checker, that's all I'm doing. I'm using Wikipedia information, which is public, and you can't say that it's not true. Fact check that. Fact check Wikipedia then. I'm keeping it simple so that everybody can do their own research. I'm not telling you what to believe. I'm directing you in case you're confused and see that our talk about what's going to happen, what could happen in the future, is coming to pass now. So if you feel lost and you don't know, some of you know all this stuff already. I'm just trying to talk to the people that are confused right now, going, what the hell? Maybe those people were saying the truth. Maybe there's some truth to that shit now, you know? So I want to discuss Agenda 21, and I'll tell you what it is. Agenda 21 is a 351-page document divided into 40 chapters that have been grouped into 4 sections. Okay? I'm going to name off these sections real quick. The Section 1 is social and economic dimensions. Section 2 is conservation and management of resources for development. And Section 3 is a section I want to touch on today. Section 3, strengthening the role of major groups. Section 4, means of implementation, how they're going to do it. Okay? Now, the full text of Agenda 21 was made public at the UN Conference on Environment and Development. The Earth Summit. Remember the Earth Summit? Okay, that's what it was. Held in Rio de Janeiro on June 13 in 1992, where 178 governments voted to adopt the program. Okay, so during that Earth Summit that we all thought, oh great, they're going to save the Earth. That's when they implemented Agenda 21 on us. This is when they all got down together and said, okay, we know what we want to do. Let's see who's going to jump in and help us. 178 governments are like, yeah, we're down with Agenda 21. Okay, so this is gone worldwide. This includes everybody. There's 700 billion plus that are hanging out. You're on that hit list. You're on their hit list, unless you're one of the bloodlines, in which case, you know what I'm saying. So anyway, the Earth Summit was about implementing Agenda 21 in all these countries, and the section. So this is a real deal. And they're not even hiding it or masking it. Even the Georgia Guidestone, this says it right there. We're going to bring this shit down to under 500 million people. So that means schools, 7 points, whatever billion people are out. You know what I mean? And they're trying to do that right now. Agenda 21, year 2021. It's happening in 6 months. Okay, that's when they're going to, but they already got a kickstart. They already got a head start. They did this coronavirus drill to see who will obey. And there's people out there that will fight you if you tell them that coronavirus really isn't as bad as, oh, fuck you. Somebody that I know that knows somebody died, and I know somebody, and you, I was called heartless. Me, heartless. Oh my God, I cried a drop of a hat. But anyway, let's not talk about me. But, you know, they directed their anger at the person that's trying to tell them something. And, you know, and what I posted was the truth. There's actually a video, and you can see the Italian people out in the streets right now screaming that this coronavirus is a hoax. Okay, so they're doing that right now. There's a lot of countries that are out there protesting what happened to George Floyd. But Italy's out there protesting the coronavirus right now. And because I posted that, people put words in my mouth. Like I said, the coronavirus does not exist. Wrong. Okay, if you shut your mouth up long enough and listen to what I'm saying, the coronavirus does exist. It's what they're using to implement depopulation. So it is real. So instead of fighting me, put your dick back in your pants and go after the people that are planning this agenda to kill your ass too. Okay, don't attack me. I'm out here trying to tell people what's going on. You get all, you know, people are just really attacking each other, and I'm just so over it. That's why I'm making these shows. That's the plan, to divide us. That's the main objective. Once they keep us divided and fighting each other, even though we're trying to save people and trying to wake them up, they're trying to fight you. What can you do? 7 billion of y'all got to go. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Take the vaccine too. Go ahead. People's like, oh, the vaccine's coming. And you know what? Don't take the vaccine once. Take it twice, just in case it doesn't work the first time. Because 7 billion of y'all got to go. Some of y'all already destined to be outlined in chalk, and there's nothing we can do about it. And I don't want to fight and argue with anybody. And when you assume that I said something, you know what? I'm getting to the point where I'm going to let you assume whatever you want. Block me, unfriend me, whatever you want to do. That's fine. It ain't about you. I'm trying to wake other people up that might not know. They might not understand what's going on. So when you fight with me, you're fighting with yourself. I don't want to hear it anymore. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, the Section 3 of Agenda 21 is to strengthening of the role of major groups, okay? One of the groups who they're going to strengthen is the local authorities, the police, and the military. Local authorities are going to be strengthened into the police state that we're seeing right now, okay? The thing about this police state is they have systematically been killing Black, and Latino, and even some white people. And we can't say it's just black and Latino, but mostly black and Latinos are being killed, and Native Americans that nobody ever talks about. You know what I mean? I'm Native American. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're not talked about. We're invisible. Okay? But this systematic murdering of people for no reason has got to stop. And we had been, back when Obama was still president, we were out here protesting and asking for police reform and telling them police should wear cameras. That not only protects the person, it protects the police too, in case they try to say they did something they didn't. What's wrong with having cameras to prove what went down? Okay, we fought for that. We're trying to fight for all this police reform, and now people want to just blatantly defund the police. You know what I'm saying? Because it is a gang. You know what I'm saying? It's a gang, and they get, not like any other gang, they get away with everything that they do. They got a buddy system going like every other gang. But the only difference is they can kill free will, and they get away with it in the courts, and that's it. That's the way the system is designed. So this little police state that's getting worse and worse is part of the Agenda 21. And why would they do that? Why would they systematically continue to kill black people and in front of everybody, and they know what's happening, they know they're being filmed, and they still continue? That guy continued, even with all the cameras around him, kept his knee on that George's neck like that. They don't care. They want to cause this civil unrest. The agenda involves depopulation, right? We already know that. We already discussed that. It could be disease, it could be anything, but this is another little aspect of the depopulation plan, is to cause civil unrest and a race war here in the United States. And what's going to come of that is a lot of people, even more people are going to die. More people will die than any disease if this keeps going, because they will call martial law. They will call out the military. And here you have it, folks. American military shooting smoke bombs and rubber bullets at American citizens. This is no longer the America that we know and love, that our parents knew and loved and fought for. And this is not the same America anymore. We got Americans trying to kill Americans, and that's it. It's a whole motherfucking cowboys out there like crazy, you know what I'm saying? And that's part of it. They're gonna push the issue and continue to do this, do these murders and stuff. And so finally, then they wonder why we jump out the window and stuff. And it's not the peaceful protesters like I would be. It's not the peaceful protesters that are doing this. Anybody that calls for violence is actually assisting the agenda. Okay, I'm like, well, you sit down and don't do anything. And I said, what are you going to do? What are you going to do in the face of all this military power that they have, this firepower that they have, if they ever decided to call martial law? What are you going to do with your Mazel Tov cocktail? Yeah, you can do some damage, but it just doesn't make sense. It's giving them what they want. They want a cause to come after us and to kill us all. And then after all of you guys are there, what are the rest of people going to do? You got to think these things out. You got to know that that's their agenda, and you got to find a different way to affect change. And a lot of people laughed at me when I proposed that we start petitions and boycott certain things and do that. And nobody wants to think about peaceful ways to do it. They want to go and do what has been going on in human history for thousands and thousands of years. It's like the poor people rebel against the royals and stuff for being so hard on us. They rebel. Okay, we win for a little while. And then 2 generations later, we got to do it all over again because we didn't get rid of those roaches. We didn't get rid of those reptiles. They're still there. They're still there. And they get back into power, and they do the same thing over and over and over. And the difference is with this generation here, we are supposed to evolve to the point where that won't work anymore. The brute force and the violence has got to stop. It won't work anymore. We have to do this intellectually. We have to do this with a sense of integrity. We have to go and find out how their laws work. We should have been studying how their laws work and find those loopholes. And a petition is the best way to do it, because they have to, when you get enough signatures, they have to stamp that. They have to put a date on that when they receive it, that these are our grievances. And then they have to address it, okay? But what are you going to do, when you're throwing bottles or whatever, bricks that they put out there for us? There's a bunch of bricks showing up at all these protest sites. This to instigate more drama. That's to instigate the martial law that might pop off here. So I'm just saying that that this is all planned out. We are being manipulated into violence. There's better ways of dealing with this that don't involve getting us all killed, and that might last longer than a couple of generations. There's laws that could need to be changed. There's laws that need to be amended to reflect the times that we're living in now, because things change. There's laws that are so outdated, they don't make any sense, but those are the ones that they use to be able to continue to oppress and suppress us. So we needed to get into the laws, not talk about, oh, I'm an anarchist and I don't need a leader and blah, 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 blah. How's that working out for you? Anyway, you're an anarchist? If you're an anarchist, you wouldn't have any electric, because you want to do that on your own too, right? And how about all this other stuff? You hate corporations, but what are you watching me on right now? A corporate-made device, right? So, it's one thing to say you're anarchist, but I totally believe in, but we need to be spiritually intact before we can talk about anarchy, because we shouldn't have to tell people, look, that person is sick, let's take care of them, let's help them. Or this person is elderly, somebody should help them out, which they shouldn't have to ask for help. And the children, there's no harm should come to any child, because it's harder to fix fucked up adult than it is to raise a good child. And that's another thing that I want to talk about, this satanic shit about hurting the children. They hurt the children, and the more hurt children grow into adults that have serious issues with trust and everything else. And that's why the world is full of messed up people that have to deal with things that they had to go through when they were children. And that's what creates people that are angry, jealous, they're never happy. They turn to alcohol, drugs. They overindulge in it. Everybody can have a few drinks and this and that, but when you see people drinking bottle after bottle, and they have issues. They have some serious issues that stem from their childhood. So this is things that we could have been working on. Protect the children, protect the elderly, help the disabled. There has to be something disabled people can do, and then make them happy too while they're here, because it's not fair, and have more compassion. But until we grow spiritually and are spiritually sound and be able to meditate and feel that connection, we can't have anarchy. We need these people. We need somebody to direct you, to tell people, hey, you got to do this, you got to do that. And the churches should have been doing this a long time ago. The churches themselves, the tax-free churches, they should have been feeding the people and taking care of the elderly, but they're not. They're not. They're driving around. They have these mansions of churches and driving around with freaking Lexus and Rolls Royce and, all these, whatever they want. They have all the luxuries and money they can have, while the people out here that they said they were supposed to feed, and they're not doing it. Okay, it's a bunch of hypocrisy out here. The world is totally backwards right now. And it has been. That's how they operate, backwards. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know about that, Agenda 21, and how the police state that they're creating is going to cause martial law. And that's part of the agenda, to depopulate and get rid of 7 billion of us. And that there's other ways that we can address this. There's other ways that we can skin this cat, and it's to stand in our power and say, hey, we the people, united. And they have to address us. They have to respect what the majority say. We outnumber them, yo. We outnumber them so that, yeah, if it came down to brute force, I'm sure we can wipe these people right off the face. But some of them will be hiding in those dumb bunkers, those deep underground bunkers that we all know where they are and everything. That's another story. But yeah, they're gonna hide. Eventually they'll creep back out and create another system with them in charge. And your great-great-great-grandchildren will have to go through this again. But this is not it. This is the seventh generation. We are the rainbow children coming out. We got rainbow children. We got crystal children. We are alive right now because we agreed to fight this and to save. And we are going to win. We are going to win. A lot of times it looks like it's hopeless, but we got time on our side, and we got the power. We got the power. We got the right people here. All the light workers and all that. We're here right now for a reason, and you know it too. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna do what we gotta do. But like I said, this police state that we're in is part of their agenda to depopulate one way or another. You know, and everybody's wondering, well, you know, who's really in charge? I mean, what's going on here? How do these people? When do they get together? Aside from the Earth Summit they had. They already have the agenda drawn up and the documents implemented, and they're engaging in it right now. So who's the mastermind, though? Where are these people that everybody keeps talking about? They're called the Bilderberg Group, okay? The Bilderberg Group, and they have a meeting once every year, okay? I'm going to surprise you at the end of this, and you're going to believe this. But let me read you a little bit of information about the Bilderberg Group. They formed on May 29th, 1954. The participants include political leaders, experts from industry, finance, academia, and the media, numbering between 120 and 150. Okay? The board members are people of corporations that run corporations and European royalty. Okay, so this is what the meat of the people that are destroying our planet, that are making us their slaves and doing all this coronavirus hype and police state. These are the ones that are organizing this. Okay, and let me tell you something really creepy about one of the founders said about this. And everybody talks about, oh, the New World Order. What is the New World Order? Blah 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 blah. It's not even real. Yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. The New World Order is real. You got, look it up, that, what's his name, Bush, not W, his father, he talked about he wants a new world order. You know what I'm saying? A world new where everybody, something with the rule of law or whatever. You can look that up. George H.G. Walker Bush talked about the New World Order and how they're going to implement it. The Pope also talked about an agenda. Obama talked about Agenda 2030. Okay, so these people, they're all in on it, right and left, Democrat and Republican. They're part of what's going on. But I wanted to quote this guy named Dennis Healy. He's a Bilderberg Group founder and committee member for 30 years. Okay. He said, to say, and quote, to say we are striving for one world government is exaggerated, but not wholly unfair. Okay? Those of us in Bilderberg felt we couldn't go on forever fighting one another for nothing. And for nothing. You know, he said we were fighting for nothing and rendering millions homeless. Okay? So we felt that a single community throughout the world would be a good thing. A single community. Again, from the Georgia Guidestones, they want one language, which I always like that idea, and which that's the way it was in the beginning. And something changed to divide us. And what they ultimately want to do is bring us together again under one language. And they want to have one single law, one new world order, one religion. one set of laws, one set of rules to govern the entire planet. Total control of the entire planet. And Bilderberg Group has a website. If you want to check it out, that's their website. Bilderberg Group, BilderbergMeetings.org. BilderbergMeetings.org. Now, this group has been meeting every year, once a year, since 1954. And they've had dignitaries, military heads, world leaders, royalty, corporate CEOs. All these people attend this meeting. There's only between 120 and 150. Kissinger is there every year. You know what I'm saying? So that's gotta be bad. But anyway, all these grimy and people meet there once a year. And the one name that I did not find in all the lists of names of people that go in there to these meetings was one of the main families that have us all on lockdown. One of the richest families in the world that nobody wants to talk about. And I'm gonna have to take another video about this family. And the name is the Rothschilds. Okay, the Rothschild family own us. We're their slaves. They own every bank in the world. And the countries that do not belong to Rothschild banking industry, that's the ones that we go to war with, because they don't want that. They want a total control of all the money and all our lives. Okay, so the thing about this Bilderberg Group is that they select your president. They select what chaos they're going to bring about. They are the ones that have all this planned out for us, how everything is going to go. And the problem with that is that, they don't care about us. They're trying to depopulate. So I just wanted to end this. Like I said, the glitch is supposed to be something really quick. I want and for you to just do your own research. Research the Georgia Guidestones, research Agenda 21, research Agenda 2030, and research the Bilderberg Group. And the thing about Bilderberg Group that has been meeting since 1954 consecutively every single year around June, this year, 2020, they're not having a meeting. They're not going to meet this year. They could cite coronavirus as an excuse, but there's a reason why they're not meeting, okay? That's horrifying right there. They already finished what they wanted to do, wanted to accomplish. So they might have a meeting next year, or they say it's postponed. But what they're really doing is they're seeing how this pans out with the coronavirus bullshit and how the riots turn out, and they want to see what they've caused. They want to see the results of everything that they started here. So anyway, I love you guys. I gotta go. I just want to tell you I love you, and I'm doing these videos out of love, and that I really am, like I said, I'm really concerned about what's going on in the world today. And I don't believe that we wasted 10 years or more trying to wake people up. Now is the time to wake them up, because now they're seeing that everything that we've been warning them about is slowly coming to pass. Okay, so that's it for now. But I'm trying not to make these things too long, because I know I don't want to take a whole hour out of anybody's life. I know we all have a life and we got things to do. So I love you, and I'll catch you next week. I'm going to be doing more videos and about different subjects that we all need to touch on, okay? I love you all. Peace.